Hey, what do you say, my fellow weekend warriors? I've got a special video for you today. We're doing a chuck roast on the KC Combo smoker. And for those of you who might be new to smoking on these things, I'm gonna show you my startup process. And I have a new rub that we're gonna use on this. It's a brisket rub that I haven't shown on the channel yet, but it's really good. So let's not waste any time. Let's get this seasoned up. So I have a 3.5 pound chuck roast that I got from the grocery store. This is choice. Good amount of marbling in here. You know, these chuck roasts are a working muscle, so we have to cook it real slow and low to break down all of that connective tissue. But once you do, these things can turn out as good as a brisket. And so for this rub that we're gonna use, this is a brisket rub by Oak Ridge Barbecue. They call it Black Ops brisket rub. So that's what we're gonna be using today. They recommend that you put it on a half an hour prior to you putting it in the smoker, which is perfect because that's going to give me some time to show you guys my startup procedure on this smoker. And so I've just got the rub in a container here and we're going to load it up. I'm going to go heavier than I normally would. Big piece of meat here. And this rub's got all kinds of good stuff in there, but namely some coffee. I'll have a link below if you want to check it out. Got to make sure you get the sides. It's gonna help give us a bark all around so that when we cut it up, everybody gets a little bit of that bark. And now I'll get this side. So that's it for that. It'll sit for half an hour. It'll start to pull in some of the moisture that was on the surface. And by the time we put it in there, it'll kind of have a wet look to it. So now let's fire this guy up. I'll show you how I do it. So the first thing you gotta do when you're firing these things up, open the lid. We need a lot of airflow during that initial phase. You're gonna have a lot of smoke build up in there. You gotta have a way for it to get out for safety reasons. So get that lid open. Next thing I'm gonna do is open up our flame broiler plate. That lever's right down here. This is incredibly hard to pull this thing back if it's all greased up and cold outside. I have noticed once this unit heats up though, it moves freely. So I'm gonna pull kind of hard here to get that open. And the reason I'm opening it now is because I wanna be able to see down there when I have a flame and as those pellets are dropping in. Right here today, I'm using a water pan to help keep our chuck roast from drying out. And now before I even turn this on, I'm gonna put some pellets in. I store my pellets in a bucket. I've got a video on how I sift these to get the small fines out of there. It's not required, so if you don't wanna do it, don't worry about it, but I'll have an info card above to that video if you wanna check it out. This is just hickory pellets. And then today we're gonna be monitoring our chuck roast temperature with one of the provided probes from Pit Boss. Those get plugged in right up here. Just gonna plug that guy in right now. And now we'll turn it on. You just tap power button. It's already telling us our actual temperature outside, which is 45 degrees Fahrenheit or 6 degrees Celsius. A couple other things, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. It's telling us what is on right now. So our igniter's on and our fan is on. And over here will be the auger. When the auger starts spinning, you'll see that light up as well. And I want to set my temperature here. I'm going to put it up to 200 degrees. There's our auger light has turned on. And now we just need to wait a couple minutes. We'll start to hear some pellets falling in there. Then that'll be followed up with some smoke and flames. And then we can shut this lid and let it preheat a little bit. So we'll come back when we got a flame. Okay, so that took about 3 minutes. I'm gonna close this broiler plate. Okay, so now I'm gonna close the lid. And now I'm gonna turn this up to my target temperature. 275 degrees is what we're cooking at today. So I'll turn that up, let it come up to temperature inside the pit, and then we'll be ready to put our chuck roast in. All right, so our pit came up to temp. It took maybe 25 minutes. We'll get this lid open real quick. And one thing to keep in mind with the way these smokers work, the built-in probe is over here. That's our ambient temperature probe that Pit Boss provides. That's up to 275. This one over here is floating around 250. That's normal. Just the way this air circulates. You got air venting out that top side over there. Don't worry about it. Your whole pit is not going to be 275 across. So we're going to put this in. You'll see how that got nice and absorbed into the meat. I'm going to go this side up. And then we'll just take our probe here and put it through the center. We're gonna bring it up to about 160, 165 Fahrenheit, and then generally I'll wrap it in foil or put it in a foil pan to help it tenderize and cook a little bit quicker. But let me get this lid down. All right, so we're gonna come back in an hour or two. I'll show you guys how this thing's looking, if we're getting the bark on there that we want. This thing's 3.5 pounds. This might take 6 hours. It could take 8 hours. We're not sure. We're just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. So we'll be back. Okay, we're 1 hour into the cook. I am using the app, and so it's much easier to see on here for the camera. The internal temperature of our chuck roast right now is floating at about 117 degrees. And our ambient temperature inside the pit is at 277 degrees. Still plenty of water in my pan. The rub is still pretty wet, which is okay. Bring it out here, give you a better look. It's taking on that nice dark color. It's starting to open up here where the fat is, which is good. I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, that side looks good. And so now we're gonna cook it for another hour just like this. Let's get this door closed. So far so good. This thing's looking good. We're up to 117 degrees already, and we'll come back in another hour when we're ready to check it. All right, we are at the 2 hour mark. Not sure you guys can see this, but I got a 135 Fahrenheit internal temperature. Ambient temperature is about 288 degrees right now. It's looking really good. Nice and juicy. And I'm gonna go ahead and flip it one more time. See, we're starting to get some of that fat to render. So at this point, I'm gonna close the lid, and we're not gonna come back until we hit about 160. And then we can wrap it up. All right, we just hit the 3.5 hour mark. We're at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This thing looks awesome. I'm ready to wrap it up. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, looks and smells amazing. So let me just pull this probe out of here. We'll put that back in a minute. Here's how that's looking. I don't want to lose all that juice. That looks awesome. We did get a nice bark on here. And so let me get it in a pan and wrap it up. All right, now that we got it out of there, you can really see the color on here now. Nice pooling of the juices. That's why I'm gonna put it in this pan. I don't care how many times I've double wrapped, triple wrapped, I always get a leak. So I'm gonna put it in this pan, just like that. We're gonna cover it tightly with foil. And now I'm gonna put it back in the smoker and let this cook until it's probe tender. When I put my temperature probe back in, I'll be looking for it to hit around 200 degrees before I start testing it for tenderness. But that's all we're going for from here is tenderness. So it's done when it's done. We'll come back when it's ready to cut up. All right, we are 6.5 hours into this cook. And you'll see here that my chuck roast is at 207 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's pretty probe tender right now. Let's open this lid and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've already been poking around, testing, you know. It's when I put it in and take it out, it doesn't pull back too bad on me. It's not like the meat's grabbing it too much. Okay, a little bit there. Right there, that's like butter. Same thing right there, butter. What I'm gonna do is close this lid, shut off the smoker, and let it rest in here for about an hour. All right guys, our chuck roast is ready to slice up. 6.5 hours total cooking time, an additional hour to let this rest. We let those juices kind of reabsorb into the meat, and so now we're time to cut it up. Let's do this. Okay, to start, let me show you what kind of juice is in the pan there. Nice amount of juice. That's why I wanted to wrap this. I did not want to lose that because we're gonna put this beef back in the juice once I cut it up. Just a beautiful, beautiful color to it, nice and dark. And it's rendered really nice. Look at that bottom side, okay? So I'm just gonna temporarily move this pan so we can cut it. And look at that thing jiggling around. It's ready. Look at that, guys. Just going through like butter. All right, let's take a look. Nice and juicy. Good smoke ring on there. Check out one of these end pieces. Just pulls apart with your hands. And the bark, I'm excited about that with that rub we tried. That's the piece I want. Let me get a bite of this. There it is. Can't wait. It's like a smoked, sliced piece of pot roast. Nice and juicy. Here we go. That is really, really good. This Pit Boss got it done once again. And hey, if you like this video, check out one of those two right there, and I'll see you over there.